You're listening to the Joint Sermons on the Push Media Podcast Network.
I mean, it's rude.
Are we starting like this again?
No, but it's a.
Okay.
As a professional entertainer, that's what we are, right?
I mean, sure.
As a professional newsman, it's just rude and preposterous.
I wish we got paid off how many times you said rude last episode.
That would ravishing too as well.
Yeah,
but
you're welcome for that one.
Before we get started on this great and fun episode that we have in store for you, I hope. A little housekeeping, as they say. We are getting a lot more listens than we anticipated at this point in time, and we are grateful for all that. But you dorks are not subscribed to the show. You're just listening for some reason. Maybe it's hate listening. I'll take it.
Yeah, either which way.
I could be the villain. But do us a favor. Why don't you subscribe to the show?
Absolutely.
Why don't you leave us a 5-star review? Not a 4-star, a 5-star. Anything less than 5, you go wreck your whatever. But leave us a review. Subscribe to the show. Follow us on social medias. You can find all of that at thejointsermons.com. Whatever. We were told we had to do this, and it's boring, so we did it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Shout out.
Our overlords told us we needed to start doing that, and be more professional, I guess.
Well, someone who professionally knows what he's talking about said that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not a fitness dude, so not all of us are perfect.
Clearly.
Anyway, so that's where we're at. So let's start the show. Did you hear this new Skyzoo album?
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, it's right, and you're about to hear more of it. This song, Record Store Day, is about finding love in a record store.
I mean,
come on.
That means it's
Does that
perfect for
speak to
me.
you or what?
Yeah.
Yo, your taste says a lot, and based on what you got, we might be able to put each other on.
I mean,
yeah.
Everything about this concept of this record here.
Yeah. I mean, definitely flip the Jay-Z vibe.
Yeah, knowing mine is red like you spending money in your head like 3 double takes before you disappear, right? That's
but the girl he's describing,
you caught that, you caught the
come
details.
On.
You being record store clientele don't even seem real. Pardon me, love, my name's Skylar.
That part.
Honestly, love,
not a lot of girls in record stores, that's for sure.
Part of a club, but I ghostwrite the records for who bought out the club. Both of my record collections could go start up a club.
He's got bars, dude. He's got bars on this album. This whole album. It's such a vibe.
He's always had bars, but it's been a while since I've listened to him, and you were the one that recommended it, and just off rip, the production just sucked me in, and I was like, oh yeah, dude really can rap his ass off.
I'm telling you, he's always consistent, and he always comes across as a super good, chill guy on social media and whatnot. Like, he's just a likable person, very charismatic and all, but he's got bars on this album. But this album. It feels, clearly I'm streaming it on Apple Music, but it feels like I'm listening to a vinyl record,
Oh, yeah.
In the winter.
And this is like a perfect example of how to rap over bars or over beats like this. Like, you could put somebody, that's rapping like some gangster shit over it. It's not going to work, but this is the exact type of bars I want to hear of a production like this. Like, it's top tier.
I haven't even got into it yet to look to see who produced what and all that. But shout out to these producers, and I'll look after the show. But they nailed this. The production, not just
they knew what they were doing for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just so good. Like, it's just so good. Even the use of Chuck D is fantastic. This whole album.
Anytime there's a piano loop sample, I'm in.
Right?
My raps don't have melodies. My raps like I was back to back with Eric B. My raps like I was back
I
in
love
that
that reference.
spree. You 18 and over, you can 19th letter me. Y'all
He called himself Rakim, if you didn't catch that.
Oh, I did.
No, I know you did, you idiot.
Arms too short the box, so keep it heavenly. Mine was the opposite of it.
You know, we're trying to have a show here.
Pouring wine, how the water bottle came genetically. Holy Trinity DNA, if you spell checking me. My all
Dude,
white
he's just like
robe is
lighting
off-white
fire
like
to the
ketamine.
pen and the pad. He's
Selfie
just
in a
lighting
frame
fire
on
to all
wall
this.
with
This is
Michael
ridiculous.
Evans beat. Mont Blanc pens,
I mean, come on.
Never would have gathered that you could feel a Beretta breathe. Breathe easy
Like your head's
Croc
just
Joe.
nodding, like you need a neck brace
Staring at
after
the
this one.
barrel of a
Yeah.
Sharpie from a set of Greeks. Money spent the same like a euro and a gyro. Grew up knowing all the superheroes.
And that's how you make a minimal beat sound just absolutely fire.
Bag coming spirals. 100,000 airs with a pocket full of pyro. The techniques and the entendres is both in doubles. Mandatory like what it take to make me a
Like, I
couple.
want to go back
See
in
me
time
throwing verses
and watch him
somebody
perform this
throwing
at the
doubles.
tunnel.
I'm DMX in a
Yeah.
bullhorn with a broken muzzle.
Ew.
Warning, this is a courtesy call. Stand down
And then that
if you
strong
hear that the
Chuck D
murder's
voice.
involved.
Whew.
Stand down if you hear that the murder's involved. Stand down and remember you heard it from us.
Dude, this is
Warning,
just
this is a courtesy call. Stand down if you
Yeah.
hear that.
disgusting what he's doing.
Yep. And you know what? They Chuck sometimes can sound dated, but like he works on that track. You know what I mean? Because it has that real like Bomb Squad production feel to it, where it's minimal and like an 808 and a real crunchy snare and just like a
Yeah.
minimal sample with some like
And it's that crunchiness,
Yeah.
literally. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! It's
Yeah.
like good food, right? Like
absolutely. Yeah,
Man.
that's I can't say enough good about that track. Like I said, I'm gonna be stuck
This
on this
album-
for a while.
I took this album to the gym, and it's not a gym album. It's not. But I've listened to it probably 4 or 5 times in the gym now since it's been out. At the gym alone, this song, dude, it's bars. Dude, it's bars and
Yeah.
beats. Like it's a master class of hip hop. Now
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar came out after we recorded our last show, like 10 minutes later. Thanks for
literally.
doing that, Kendrick. I
Yeah,
had to be rude the whole time, and I could have just played his album.
Yeah.
But Kendrick's album, dope.
Yeah,
It's a
not for me,
vibe.
but dope for sure.
It's like I said, it's a California album. I think that
Yeah.
album belongs to people who are from California. You are not from California. You moved there. You are not from here.
That's correct.
So I think it hits different for people.
Sure.
The references and stuff. That's just what
Oh,
it
yeah.
is. Even Squabble Up, the sample. Everyone knows the song When I Hear Music. Everyone knows
Right.
that beat instantly.
Yeah, freestyle
But
was
that
huge on the
song-
West Coast for sure.
But that hits different for people from California.
Of course.
It does. And the way he does it, it just. Anyway, so not to take away from Kendrick, but this is more, and I love that Kendrick album. I've never liked the full Kendrick album. I like certain songs, but I liked that album. I loved that album. I think it's a perfect album. I don't know if it's a classic yet, but I think this album I think is perfect too. And perfect doesn't mean classic to me. It just means I didn't have to skip anything.
Right. Clearly.
This Skyzoo, there's no skips.
Yeah. No,
And
I
it's-
mean,
it's
I
more
just
my
jumped.
speed,
Yeah. Same.
but man, it's perfect so far.
yeah.
Like it just is.
Yeah, I just skimmed through it real quick when you sent it to me and then went back. And there's nothing on this that I would change. Like everything hits, everything works. All the beats that he picked are perfect for it. So,
No, everything about it's good.
oh yeah,
Like
I'm just biased.
a lot of them start slow a little like this. Like what's this? But it just comes on and all of a sudden it's just aggressive hip hop.
Yeah, well, a Cal Jader sample always works.
I made it like that. I bought it like
I mean,
that.
come on.
I'm living like that. My AL lights was trying to divvy a pack. Couldn't divvy my AL
That's how you start a hip-hop song.
Oh, yeah.
Instant callback for anybody of a certain age or anyone who understands what hip-hop is.
Like if this wasn't produced on an MPC, I would be surprised. Just that low end bass right behind that sample carries
So-
everything.
This song sounds like we're listening to, this album sounds like we're listening to a vinyl record. These
Oh, yeah.
songs feel like they were produced analog.
Yeah,
That's how
Eh,
everything feels.
absolutely. Well, whoever the mastering engineer was did an excellent job because
Oh,
it's
please,
so
yeah.
it's so
Please.
warm.
Dude, pause. Don't do that. We're listening to some dope music. It's so warm. No.
Hey, you know what it is.
Yeah, pink cookies in a plastic bag.
Exactly.
No one knows what he's talking about. I'm always surprised by how many people that don't understand what LL is talking about. I'm like, do you not listen to lyrics? Do you not pay attention? Do you not get metaphors?
What's a metaphor? Hey,
exactly, right?
I'll see myself out.
But I love rap that's full of metaphors and similes.
Same.
But I also love rap that just mocks the hell out of Drake. Dude,
yeah.
First of all, we have to talk about how Drake is literally suing record labels and Kendrick. You got dissed on a track, dude. Just move on.
Yeah.
The suing stuff is going to be the whole Streisand effect. You're bringing it to life again. First of all, in fact, you brought it. I think that Not Like Us went back up to the top spots on all the streaming charts again. It's like,
yeah. I mean, he's never beating the soft allegations. You know what I mean? Like when you sue, come on, dude, just take the L and move on. Like go make tracks for like 18-year-old, 19-year-old club chicks because you're never coming back. Like he wasn't coming back after Pusha T put him in a body bag.
No,
with this, it's just like
when Pusha T made him become a father.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he should have just kept his mouth shut and never went at Kendrick because, like,
do you think Adonis, Drake's son, which come on, you named your kid Adonis, but do you think? And I'm not going to mock a little child, but I'm saying, do you think that child's like, dude, I am forever grateful to Pusha T. I got a dad.
I mean, maybe it's a legitimate question.
That kid may get older and go, damn, dude, my dad really came around after that. Like he really acknowledged me and did this, like. And that's how it should be, dude. Acknowledge your son.
Yeah.
That's your son. I don't care if it came from a porn star. But first of all, also when he goes, yuck, in reference to your girl that you got pregnant, that is a diss. That is one of the most violent diss lyrics ever. Yuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he talked about Pusha's wife. So, I mean, you talk about my wife and there's going to be problems too. So I get it.
No. The thing is, this is not tough boy talk. I'm pulling up.
Right.
End of story. Let's handle it right now.
Yeah.
End of story. Pulling up on you. Nope. You're not doing that. You're not getting loud to my wife. You're not raising your hand to my wife. You're not dissing her.
No,
if
that's
it's
instant
between you
green
and I,
light.
it's between you. Yeah, no, you just don't do that. Like.
Yeah, some people some people don't have that red line though. They'll talk reckless and then get shocked when it happens.
I know, but it's like and I find that to be different also than like say mom jokes. Mom jokes are they're so stupid. They're clearly not talking about anyone's mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're paying like the dozens or something like that, and it's one thing, but you get out of pocket, it can get real too, though.
Well, no. There's a difference between a mom joke and you're insulting someone's mom.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, wow, this is a big chicken sandwich. Your mom.
Right. Exactly.
That's not insulting. And if you're insulted by that, you're stupid. Or a liberal. No. You're a white liberal on behalf of someone else is what you are. Anyway, let's not ruin the vibe because this is just ridiculous, this album.
So let's make money, make money. So let's make money, make money.
Another
Dude,
banger.
I want to listen to this again in my hoodie in the winter.
Being proud goes both ways. Proud to be the devil who's left unless they approach change. It's like if you approaching the bench, but all your hope stays. Views turn colorblind, rooms turn smoke gray. Thank God that I don't relate to them last two, but the first two's enough to replace you. And that's the proof that if you idle long enough and you waiting to pass through, when they rewinding your remission, just please don't act new. It's front and center. The flute was in key to play the agenda. Following that tone, the road sweet as a fender.
And the thing is, his lyrics and his flow and his vibe all fit the beats, which shows he's a master at rapping. But
and that's how you should rap over a beat that's like 83 beats per minute. It's perfect. Yes.
And it's not slow. At the same time, he doesn't. It's not Drake. We're like,
yeah.
But I can't stand Drake. Oh my god. Anyway,
no one can.
I mean, I can't. Dude, that guy is Ezekiel. It's awful. It is awful. Let's not go there. But Drake should understand he's rude.
Oh God, please don't make this a thing.
Once I say rude, I can't stop saying it.
Like, I know. We all know.
It's like you and mascara. You just keep putting it on and then it's too much.
Whatever. It makes me look good. Sexy
I didn't
man.
say that. again, dude, pause.
No pause.
But anyway, what we're saying is, I would like to know. I would like, first of all, Skyzoo to come on this show and talk to us about this album, because I would like to ask questions like, did you pick beats that were already done or mostly done? Did you work with the producers? Because this is all, first of all, if you're just picking beats, like a lot of rappers do now, they just phone that in and pick beats.
Yeah.
Kudos.
He might have the best like ear in hip hop if that's the case, if he just picked them.
But that's what I'm saying. They're so perfect that I think he works with, my guess is he works with the producers. And he produces these songs, and he's in the studio, and he's working on it. And it's an art form. It's an art form for this guy. Like, it's a passion.
And a lot of the beats are similar, but they don't get boring. You know what I mean?
They're not,
they all have that same style, but they're not,
that's
repetitive.
What makes it an album, instead of just like Ice Cube's last album, Man Down Indeed. Rude.
All right.
Is I pick these beats, and then they go here on this CD I made. That's not an album, though. It's just not. I don't think a lot of people really think about sequencing their records anymore. No, they don't.
You brought up the fact that Kendrick's album was sequenced really well, and this is another perfect example of like knowing what you're doing when you're making an album.
I think that what it is when you're making an album. But I think, to Ice Cube's credit, that's not the world we're in anymore. People just listen to songs and throw them away next week.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I mean, there's a lot of disposable art that comes out, if you want to call it that.
I don't do that. I can like a song, but I could also like the album and go, whew, this is a whole album worth. Like, if I listen to this Skyzoo album, which, by the way, everyone needs to go out and buy it, stream it, whatever. It's called Keep Me Company. But this is one of those where I'm like, I'm not going to go right to a song. I'm going to track 1, and
just let it play.
Yes, at the end of track 13, it is over.
Yeah,
that's how good it is.
Yeah, I mean it's right up there with the Pete Rock Common album, like where you just put it on and let it go, like
so
strong.
Appreciate how you could open up the window and something could flow through.
Listen to those drums. Perfect.
You got enough army to bear arms with the timing.
This whole
Hugging
album,
on
the
the clock
drums.
like you John Moran out the lining. And Vince Guaraldi climbing. I'm just here for realignment. The straight and narrow path that was parallel to colliding. My pennies on the gas, but if I'm jumping out
But
the
who's
ride,
rapping
then
over
I'm
jazz
so immune to the
samples,
creases that
and
they
you're
was
bobbing your head at the
hiding.
same time, like,
I'm
like you could just feel it, like.
And this track is 8 minutes long. That's insane.
You know how when you love hip hop and you hear a song and immediately you're like, your eyes close, your head bobs, you're just like, every bar, every line, you hear him, he hits that metaphor right, and he hits that bar, and you're just like, you're just like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I can't explain it. That's what this album is.
Everything works.
This album is ridiculous.
I mean, and the strong contender for album of the year. Like,
this album is ridiculous.
That's not hyperbole. Like,
this is ridiculous.
Rappers need to take note. That's how you rap over slow beats. Like, I don't want to hear gun bars.
This is
like
how
that.
you rap, period. Yeah. This is ridiculous. Dude, this is not rude. Ice Cube's album was rude to us.
Is that going to be our new rating system on the joint sermons? Is rude or not?
You know what? When an album's rude, it's whack. Well, I should say not whack. It's not good.
The Stephanie Tanner rating system.
But the thing, how rude. But the thing is, first of all, shout out to anyone who knows that, because don't front like you don't know what that is. But Ice Cube, it's like, I don't know, grow up. You're super mega rich. You're not a gangster. You never were. And I keep saying this. Kudos to that. Good. You know what I mean? But you keep playing that. Like with that song with JD, when he says he had to go out to Torrance, first check to see if he had any warrants. No, you didn't, because you knew you didn't have any warrants, because you were not a criminal. You weren't a gangster. You weren't nothing. Stop it. Whatever. Yeah. But then you juxtaposed it with this album, and I'm not putting Skyzoo against Cube. I'm not doing that. But what I'm saying is, this is different. This is music in an art form. Cube was trying to sell records and merchandise. He's trying to sell merchandise.
Yeah.
This guy, Skyzoo, is like, here's my art.
You can tell he cares.
He didn't make content. He
that
made
part.
Art.
Absolutely.
He made art. I don't even know if he went into it saying, these are my singles. He said, here's my art.
Yeah, I mean, did he even drop a single?
I don't know. I just seen it in my new tab, and I'm like, because I listened to him, so it comes up as one of the algorithm recommends it to me.
Yeah.
And damn, like Barrel Brothers was ridiculous when that was out.
Oh yeah.
But this, I'm just saying, I can't contain. I want to scream and yell right now, but that would be rude. But I'm saying this is just.
Bring beauty to it.
Damn, dude.
It's like how I said in the beginning, I said,
this album is like a pretty girl, right? Like a pretty girl. That's what this is. This album is a beautiful woman. And you're going to, instead of staring at it, you're going to listen to it repeatedly. That's what this album is.
Yeah, no, it's super dope.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
Everyone should definitely go listen to it. Like, that's definitely like a rainy day type of, like, in your hoodie, just like vibe into it. Everything about that works.
This is it's not even, I'm sorry.
Are you at a loss for words? It's the first time on the show.
This album yes. It's dope.
That should be the biggest cosign of all. You're at a loss for words.
No, the first time I listened to it, I get to the gym, put my AirPods in, and go to the new. What's this? Okay, boom. As soon as I see Skyzoo, I push play because he's never failed, right? No. So I push play, and it's like track 3 or something, and all of a sudden I did realize that I had stopped running. I literally had stopped, and I was standing there, digesting the lyrics and the beat. I was like, crap. I had to start my shuttle runs over, which is not cool because you get more gains, right? First of all, shout out to people who don't talk like that at gyms. I can't stand it. I had, we had a conversation at the gym a couple of weeks ago, and one guy's like, "Yo, do you guys have any like songs or playlists like that you could share that like motivate you to keep moving and all that? That's a thing, right?" I don't have any public playlists or nothing, but we're going to be doing that soon, making playlists for people for joining sermons. But I don't have any. I was just like, "Oh, you should try this one, boom, try this." And if not, like even Apple Music, because that's what he had an iPhone. Apple Music has curated playlists for the gym of certain moods and workouts. Go for it. I've used them. They work. And some of them are not even the type of music I listen to, but I'm like, yeah, but the DJ who made that playlist, because that's what Apple uses, knew what he was doing. That playlist worked. But anyway, it made me stop dead in my tracks. And I was just sitting there listening. I realized, but anyway, like I was saying, shout out to people who don't talk like that. We were having songs about that. That's super weird. And this one guy's like, first of all, motivation has to come from within, from inside you. And I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Gym bros are weird.
Gotta come from within. Dude, he's already here.
Yeah.
The guy's already at the gym.
Clearly he's motivated. Like,
that's what I'm saying. He's already here. Anyway, I can't stand those guys.
Well, those are the same people that meal prep and only do like, one meal a week. And it's just like, boiled chicken and like a green vegetable. And they hate themselves.
No, just eat.
Yeah.
Eat normal.
Well, those are the gains, bros.
Eat healthy. Like, you just stop. I will tell you the one thing I've noticed about the people who are there to look strong and the people who are strong are two different people.
No, of course.
There are people that just have some functional fitness, and then there are people, and that's all I'm going for. And there are people who like look like they can break you, but they can't because they can't swing their arms or even chase you. Like this, and I can lift 800 pounds over my head.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But I noticed you struggled with your grocery bags.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's always going to be those people. I remember when I was in college and I would have to go to the gym, and like all the football players would be doing.
Wait. Like, did you just take chopsticks with little Cheerios on the ends and lift them up and down?
Listen, my leg presses were insane.
Well, if you're a runner, I would hope they were insane.
That would be the funny part, is because I would be in there with football players that were linemen and stuff, and they would be big meathead knuckle draggers.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, it did.
No, that didn't happen.
It did happen.
No,
it happened.
Pause, dude. Seriously, stop it.
No.
But anyway.
But yes, what I was getting to was functional strength is more important than being able to listen 800. I don't listen to you.
No, you're interrupting me. I said.
Oh, well, that's what I do too. So
it's rude.
I know, but God,
I can't help it. Once I say it, I can't stop saying it. But you know what else is weird? What's rude is Elon Musk deleting bot accounts on Twitter.
Oh God.
Oh, don't. I have to say it. So go ahead. First of all, that's not rude. That's what actually, as the owner of Twitter, he should be doing, is trying to kill these bots. And I don't blame actually Elon from bots.
That's what he should be doing.
No, but I don't blame him for the existence of bots. Bots always existed on Twitter. They exist on every social media. They suck.
Yeah, they're horrible.
And I don't know how there's a way to say no bots unless you make Twitter a paid service, because then people aren't going to pay to make bots.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of is a paid service. You know what I mean?
Well, not really, but what if you made it where to have an account, you got to front $20 one time?
Yeah, I mean,
again,
I think people would still do it, but it would probably be a lot less.
I even think you would do it because you've been on it enough where you're like, it's one time. And then now everybody who's on there I know is a human being. Okay. It's whatever. But I don't know how you just stop bots except keep fighting. It's like killing roaches.
Yeah. No, I know. Every morning I check mine and I'm like, oh, here's another random person. It's not real. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, anyway, so this guy, I don't know who it is. It's just one of the people that came on my For You page because they followed somebody I followed. But I pardon the language here because here at the Joint Sermons, we don't condone this type of language unless we're white liberals on behalf of other people. So fuck you, Elon Musk. All these times I thought I had a cool account with 3,000, first of all, a cool account, stop it, with 3,000 plus followers. And now 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm down 200 plus people or even more. So you still have 2,700 followers, which is decent when you're not famous. That's really decent. You're not famous and you're not a pretty girl. That's a lot. Stop it. But what the actual fuck are you doing with this worthless or useless app nowadays? Again, delete it then.
Yeah.
And I don't say that to say, well, delete it. No, I mean, if you're not happy here, delete it. How many times have I said I've deleted all the stuff I don't like anymore? I don't like it. Delete it.
A bunch.
And I'm so happy for it. It's not funny. I don't care. You should not care enough. Go to another social media if that's your thing. But if social media is just a thing where you're like, all I find is grief, don't do it.
Yeah, why? I don't understand why you would purposefully make your life more difficult.
Well, this guy is a music account, it looks like.
Yeah.
Go listen to the records.
Yeah.
It's
weird. I don't understand people that are going to complain about that.
I'm not involved
get rid
in all
of the
that.
Bots. Yeah.
But
if you're worried about a follower account, please just go touch grass and go work out or buy socks or whatever you do.
But he says, all your Trump bots were following me? ? I don't even live in the U.S., you fag.
Imagine being that butthurt.
That's what I'm saying. First of all, if you don't live in the U.S., Trump bots were likely not following you because you're not their target.
Right.
You were probably being followed by porn bots. And you're
more than likely.
But also, kudos to you that you have no problems in life whatsoever. You don't even have to figure. You don't even have to figure out what's for dinner.
Yeah, it just makes itself.
That this is what bothers you in life. But also, since he's against Elon, I'm going to guess he considers himself a liberal of some sort, right?
I don't know.
Saying probably. But then you fag.
Yeah, that part was completely unnecessary.
Well, fag is a slur for gay people, right? And Elon gets every woman pregnant he touches. He's not gay. Also, who cares if he was? That's not what the issue is. The issue is the bots on Twitter. I will tell you, though, if you guys take about a week, maybe a half hour, and just go into your settings on Twitter and say, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this stuff, you will train that AI almost pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It took me maybe a week to let's say a full month to disliking or unfollowing or muting certain accounts. Even if I don't follow them and I go, oh, I don't like that, mute or block, and it learns very quickly he doesn't want to see that stuff. Or you could click on the trending topics, not interested. That's it, just like it, but not interested.
No, I do that quite frequently. I'm like,
it'll
no,
learn,
I don't care.
No, but it's an algorithm that it learns both ways. If you start interacting with it, it'll learn it. But if you see, I see news sometimes, even though I have all this news, I don't like it. because someone I follow has news. So that is valid to say, hey, a follower you follow, a person you follow likes this account. Maybe you will too. That's a valid algorithm recommendation. And all you have to say is, don't like it. Just do it. I don't know what these people, and then also I just mute certain words. Like when there was an election, Kamala Harris was muted. Like the words Kamala Harris, not just her account. I don't care. It's all it takes, and it's so peaceful. Make it what you want.
I just can't imagine caring that much about any social platform ever. Like I have enough in my life to worry about that. Like that's the last thing. Like, dude, I lost like 10 followers. Who cares? Like I don't care. Like if I was worried about that,
I would cut myself.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Actually, I wouldn't do that.
Problems.
I would cut my socks.
No, oh my. Okay, then.
You know how serious that is, too, right? You know how serious that is.
You and your socks.
First of all, shout out to New Balance. Not for the socks. They do make socks, but I don't know. For their shoes. So I went and had my shoe scanned and my foot scanned and everything, all that kind of stuff. And I was 99% right about my shoe, but then the width was different and the type of shoe I should get was different than what I'm used to getting. And I was like, but the ones I get and I stick to them because they're comfortable are comfortable. I'd get the same shoe basically with different colors each time. And the guy's like, here's the thing. What are you doing? What are you running, walking, gym? Like, what are you doing? And I said, oh, these are the activities I do. He goes, well, then you need this shoe. And I said, not this shoe, because the shoe I am getting is twice as much. The shoe you're trying to sell me is half the price. He goes, it's the wrong shoe for you.
Yeah.
He goes, then this dork says, I was watching you. I was watching you. First of all, we exchanged numbers because he's all into that.
I'm sure that you did.
He's all into that stuff, and then I helped him set something on his Apple Watch because he was like, "Oh yeah, and that's what I use that for." Boom, and we're dorks. But anyway, he goes, "I watched you walking up to the store through the parking lot, and I could see by your gait and how your foot's landing. First of all, nerd.
Hey,
but again,
I told you.
He sells shoes, and so I'm like, well, I do this. He goes, do me a favor. Let's scan your foot, see if I'm right. He was right because he's a dork, but he didn't know the size. He just wanted to scan to see how your foot lands and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he goes, you're also this width, not this width. And I'm like, really? Okay. So I put the shoe on, which is a narrower shoe. And I'm like, oh, wow, it fits perfectly. He goes, yeah, that's literally how shoes are supposed to fit, exactly what you feel right there. He goes, now walking them, then I'm walking. He goes, all right, see now your posture is already corrected ever so slightly. I'm like, what? He goes, ever so slightly, and it will correct over time because of this. And long-term walks, because I go on long walks. I mean, most people don't go out and walk 7-8 miles at a time. I'll do that, listening to music. But he goes, your back will be less sore, your legs, it's just help you out. He's like, shoes are not just for your feet, they're for whatever. The New Balance though, shout out to them.
Yeah.
Because they don't, apparently, they don't just hire a guy to work in the shoe store, they hire a nerd.
Yeah. Hey, listen, when you asked me about shoes and I started breaking it down, you're like, you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. And then.
Yeah. That was earlier this year. That was with the pair I just replaced. But also, you know what stinks though? I'm not prepared for this because the shoes I did have, I love those shoes. Those were comfortable. And apparently they were the wrong width, so the wrong size in general. And then what I did, I got the new shoe. I put one with the size I was wearing and one with the size he says, the width, and walked with one end each on. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Big difference, I'm sure.
I'm stupid.
Wow.
You know, but what talking about heel drop and, and gait and dork, but dude, they're so comfortable. Well, my point of this is go to the shoe store that can scan your foot and do that.
Oh, it's super important for sure.
Well, yeah, but then you pair those. You pair a pair of New Balance 880s version 14, by the way. You pair those with a pair of Nike Dry Fit socks. Perfection. But what I hate is the shoes I was wearing, they look new. I'm not like a kid who runs in mud or something. They look perfect. Except when you flip them over, there's no sole and you're going to fall as soon as it rains because they're slippery. They don't have no grip traction. But they're still soft. If you wear them, they cushion. Yeah. I'm having a hard time throwing them away is what I'm saying.
Oh, just throw them away. Like
I'm having a hard time.
Well, I'll come over and throw them out for you. I'll do the dirty work.
Because you look at them, don't throw those away. Those are good shoes. And you flip them over, you're like, no, they're actually not. The part that's the shoe is not good anymore.
I mean, it's just like tires, though. Once you put a certain amount of miles on them, it's like
it's time to go.
It's time to go. Like they may feel fine, but you're not going to get the same benefits from them.
Well, they look fine, and he was showing because I even flipped them over for him, and I said, "So these got no life on them?" And he's like, "No," and he was like showing me like a dork. But then he said, "Flip them back." He goes, "More importantly," he goes, "because I mean, I'm not going to slip and fall because they're slick, but they have no traction." He goes, but look here, these little hairline, little cracks. That's making it where it's not comfortable for you. That's going to hurt. That'll hurt your back.
Yeah,
and that's what he's like. Shoes.
When the soles start to break down, it's a wrap.
But they're not breaking down like visibly unless you put them right up in your face. And you go real close and go, and squint.
Hey, trust the nerd that knows how to look for that.
The nerd that understood my gait and heel drop as I walked up to the door.
Yeah. No, that dude clearly ran for years.
Oh no! You should hear him talking. Oh, Then he's like, when he said, "What activities do you do?" And I was saying, and I said, "Oh, I do run, but it's a jog, but it's maybe, and it's short versus my long-term walks, but my runs are shuttle runs." He's, a lot of side back to back. Do you lead towards your left or your right? And I'm like, what?
Yeah. He might have been a coach too. Like the fact that he is asking you all these questions, like more than likely he ran in college or, anywhere.
He leads a running club at the store that they meet at the store, and then they all go running in their New Balance.
No,
could New Balance not have a better sales pitch than, "Hey, I'm a running dork who works at New Balance because I can't stop talking about running shoes.
Yeah.
Let's all go running together." And he gets them to buy like. But I was surprised that he didn't throw me towards the twice as much pair. I mean, I still spent almost $200.
Yeah,
but
that's worth it though.
But he's like, "No, those are the wrong shoe." And then I was like, my son's like, "Oh, look at these are cool." Nope. He goes, "Those are for sprinting, young man. Those would hurt your back if you're going to wear them to school."
Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't that are like road racing flats. No, you
use those the ones that sprinter. He goes, "Those are made for leading off your heel, off your toe." And I'm like, now that you say that, they kind of look that way. He goes, "They are that way." He goes, "That would hurt your back. You'd be correcting your posture unconsciously all day." And I'm like, the guy knew so much, it was just dork. But then he was even like, "Yeah, you got to get New Balance Nike socks." I'm like, "Who are you talking?" I showed him my socks. He's like, "Oh yeah, you got it."
Did you pull out your repertoire of socks on your phone? And you're like, first of all,
no, I had pictures.
I'm sure that you did.
Dude, shut up. Go buy a pair of Nike Dry Fit socks, everyone, and a pair of New Balance, whichever ones fit your foot scan and your activity. And tell me I'm wrong. And also, if either one of those companies want to shout and sponsor us, that's fine. You don't even have to pay. You just send just send me the merchandise. Dude, socks and shoes. But it's hard to throw away these shoes because they look perfectly fine, but
we've already discussed this. You're rich. Just throw them out.
First of all, don't call me that.
Super rich.